everybody. It's Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm so glad you could join me for this Now or Wow video because the card I have for you today is absolutely beautiful. I'm using the new Eastern Palace bundle. This is one of the little sneak peeks from our new catalog, and actually you can get this bundle right now. But check out that gorgeous framelit. And do you see this one here? This thing mixes and matches more than Garanimals did when you were a kid. I'm telling you, this thing is phenomenal. But we did a really great Simple Now card. I think it's a beautiful card. But let me show you what happens when you turn it into a wow card. We've got a little pop-up. Can you see that going on there? Isn't that fun? Guys, this pop-up is so easy. It might look intimidating. It's going to knock the socks off whoever gets the card. So let's get started with our Now or Wow. Let's go ahead and go over the cardstock that you're going to need to create today's Now card. I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's cut 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to have some layering pieces. I have Melon Mambo, 3.5 by 3.5, Whisper White, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I've also got a piece of some silver Glimmer Paper. This is 1/2 inch by 3.5 inches. And then I have a 1/2 inch silver glimmer circle punch. And then I'm just going to need just a piece of scrap so I can punch out the thank you. So let's go ahead and do all of our big shot work first. We're going to be using the Eastern Medallions framelits. Guys, check that out. Look at all those gorgeous framelits. Now, even if medallions aren't your thing, trust me, you're going to see some incredible things done with this stamp set in this bundle that's going to go way beyond medallions. So we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to use one of the large ones here. This is the one that's got just a lot of great images to it. And we're going to run this through the big shot. When we do that, we want to make sure that the points, this stamp set has some points. Let's make sure those are up and down and sideways. We don't want it crooked. It looks a little odd. So I'm going to center that up and I'm going to run that through the big shot. So let me just cut this out. Now I'm probably going to come along now with my big shot die brush to get those pieces out, but you can see it leaves a really great image, and you notice it stays in the cardstock. That's pretty cool. Now we're going to be doing another bit of big shot work, but before I do, I want to do a stamping image on here. I'm going to bring in a Melon Mambo ink pad, and then I'm using the Eastern Beauty stamp set. Guys, this is probably going to be my new all-time favorite stamp set and framelit set. We are going to stamp this right here in the middle of this medallion. And now I can come in with the kind of this flowery image, and that is going to lay right inside. Isn't that awesome? It just lays right inside. Let's run that through the big shot. And now look at how this is going to pop out. This is so beautiful. Look, we now have these images, these petals, that just pop right off. Aren't those fabulous? But we're going to do a little stamping on those. I have a Bermuda Bay ink pad, and guys, we are just going to stamp these dots into each petal. And now that we have that done, let's take that little glimmer dot that we had punched out. We're going to put that right in the middle. Guys, we're now going to take this. Let's adhere this onto our Melon Mambo cardstock. And now we can adhere that right here to the left side of the card. We're going to come in now with that silver glimmer, and we're just going to cut a little flag out of the bottom of it. Let me attach this here on the side. I've got the thank you from that same stamp set. Let's just stamp that thank you here in Bermuda Bay, and I just did that on some scrap. I've got a 1-inch circle punch. We're going to give that thank you a punch. I'm going to adhere that kind of down a little ski-wampus there on the 1 1/4 inch Bermuda Bay cardstock that I had punched. And you know what? I think I forgot to mention that in my instructions at the beginning. I'm sorry. That is a 1 1/4 inch Bermuda Bay circle punch that we have there. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of this. And when I do, because we're going to be working with that glimmer paper, let's make sure that we get those going this way on this thank you so that we can adhere this right across the glimmer paper. Glimmer paper can be a little tough sometimes to adhere things to, but I found Stampin' Dimensionals to be the best thing for adhering onto glimmer paper. Guys, there is a card made now. Are you ready to turn it into a wow? Okay, let's go. To create the wow card, you're going to have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is cut 8 by 5 and scored at 4 inches. This is what's going to give us the pop-up. I've also got a piece of Bermuda Bay. This is going to be our actual pop-up. This is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and I have a Whisper White layering piece 4 inches by 2 inches. 2.5 inches. I'll get it. Okay, so this is a flashcard. If you guys follow the flashcard system, that's what this piece is here. So let's go ahead. We're going to show you, let me show you how we're going to create the punched piece out of this cardstock. It's so easy. To create the pop-up, I'm going to use the classic label punch. Now, I did prep it ahead of time, and I found the center point, and I just marked it there with a Sharpie, so easy to do. But what I'm going to do, I've got the folded edge here. Check this out. We are going to put folded edge straight into the punch, and I'm just going to line it up. Can you see? I'm just lining it up with that marking, and let's give it a punch. We're now going to flip it over, and we're going to repeat that same thing right here. Again, lining up those images. I've pushed the cardstock in as far as it'll go. And now this is what we have. We need this to punch out. And so let me show you how I'm going to do that. So I found the fastest and easiest way to score this is just to come in with my paper trimmer. I made sure I'm using the score line. And guys, let me kind of zoom in. I kind of started to make a mark there. You're just going to line up the corners of your punches. Can you see that, where that lines up? We're just going to lay that right into the track. So easy. Score. I'm going to score it a few times because, let me flip it over. I wanted it to go through both sides. I mean, really, could that be any faster? I'm just going to give this a score. And you notice I flipped it over and kind of gave it a score on both sides. Now, watch this. Boom. That's just going to lay nice and flat. And there's my pop-up. Can you see how that's going to work? Super easy. All right. Now let's go ahead and create the pop-up that's going to go inside. I'm going to begin by taking that same stamp in the Melon Mambo ink again. We're going to stamp that to the left side here of our cardstock. We're now going to stamp "To Think of You Makes Me Smile." Let's put that to the right side. We're going to run that same little punch. Let's go run that through the Big Shot. All right, you can see I stamped just as I did here on the front. Let's adhere that onto the Bermuda Bay cardstock. I wanted to dress up the inside of my card, and one of the stamps in this is a wonderful just little burst. Isn't this fun? A little burst of dots. Let's put this in each corner, and we're now ready to adhere this to the inside of a card. So I'm going to start by putting snail only on one side. So let's go ahead and get snail all around our edges. There's no right or wrong side to this, so I'm just going to lay it inside my card. Now we're just simply going to close the card. I'm not going to press it down too hard yet because I want to make sure I'm centered. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to give that a press. We can now adhere down the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. Just a gentle press first to make sure we're happy, make sure things centered up. And look at that, I did not center it. So I'm going to get that set a little bit better. Now we can add this image right here. So easy to do. We're going to kind of lay that flat. Let's get some snail in that section right there. Here's my image, my focal image. I'm just going to lay that. Can you see? I'm centering it up, and it's right in that fold. Boom, boom. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Boy, you want to talk about from a now to a wow. I know you guys have got to be going crazy over this card. I love this one. And just think of the color combinations you can come up with this. Unbelievable. Like I said, those framelits are absolutely phenomenal. And I think you can see there that the framelit actually stays intact. It doesn't like cut off. Although if you want it cut out, it's just a quick snip, snip, snip. And you have got a beautiful detached framelit, but I love how these things keep things intact. And as I said, the combinations of this framelit set just go on forever. And that inside, that pop-up, so much fun. Actually makes for a phenomenal card that just kind of blows the recipient's mind. Now, if you would like to get the measurements on the card, or you want to see more pictures, or you'd like to order that Eastern Elegance bundle, not a problem. Head over to simplysimplestamping.com. Look for the May 11th, 2017 blog post. I'll have everything there for you so you can order that bundle and get going on the Now or Wow. But hey, if anything, you've just learned how to make a pop-up. Yay! I mean, that's so easy, isn't it? Really great card. Well, guys, thank you so much for being a part of today's Now or Wow. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, do me a favor. Click subscribe. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. I also like thumbs up. Those make me happy. If you like that style of card and you want to see more of it, give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think. Guys, have a fabulous day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.